Hey, welcome to 3ds Max, guys. This is your beginner tutorial for this particular program. So again, I'm not going to be making dragons and penguins and all that shit. I'm just going to show you how the tools work, get an understanding of it as a base level, and then you can go make dragons and penguins and whatever you want. So anyway, this is 3ds Max. So this is this is going to be your home for the next set amount of time. So when it comes to 3D, I guess as a beginner, there's just a couple of things I just want to go over. First things first, like with 3ds Max, you're going to be using a lot of keyboard shortcuts. Shortcuts, hotkeys, call them as you will. That's just part of 3D. It's in a nutshell, because you're going to be doing a lot of operations. You're going to be doing tons of them over and over and over again. So lots of keyboard shortcuts. So that's just something to be aware of. I wasn't really used to that to start with, but again, it's just one of those things. It'll just become second nature. So this is 3ds Max. So this is your default that you when you crack open the program, this is what you get. So you've got 4 views. So you get your perspective view down the bottom here. You've got your left view, you've got your top view, your front view. So you can access, you make each viewport accessible if you just click on it. So you left click and you can see there's a little border that appears around each view. So that just lets you know that that one is in effect. Then to zoom in, so if you want to make this your main viewport, it's just Control W, I think it is. I've set mine to, or Alt W, sorry, is the default. I've set mine to Control W. So that just zooms in onto the main window itself. So then you can work on there. Then if you press Alt W again, it brings up the 4. So let's just say you want to go to the top view, Alt W, you're in the top view. Alt W, you're back into the 4 view. Personally, I don't really use the 4 views. I just do the main view, and then once you're in the main view, you can just go to the top by pressing the T key, front by pressing the F key, and then left by pressing the left key. So mine's set to Control though. So there you go. So you got top, front, left. Now it tells you that you're actually in this mode by this up here. So this right here is telling me that I'm in the left view, and then you've got P as well, which is perspective view. So that's just how you sort of go through each view in the main viewport. So as I said, that's just how I work. Some people can work on 4 screens, whatever's comfortable. I think that's too confusing. I'm just like, no, let's have one big screen that'll keep me happy. Now what you will notice on each viewport here is you've got a little view cube. So if you want, you see here, it's got front, and you got left, you got top. So if you click there, that brings it to the front view. Give it a spin, go on the top. You want that sort of angle and that sort of angle. So you got the view cube there. I don't like the view cube personally. I think it's cumbersome and kind of shit. So I like to just delete it, get rid of it. So to do that, you see this little plus button here. So this is your viewport options, and configure viewport. So that's where all your options for each viewport is. Now to get rid of the view cube, you click on the view cube tab here, and you've got your option here, show the view cube. So we'll untick that and apply, and it's gone forever. Now as I said, it's personal preference. If you want to use the view cube, go ahead. I don't care. You'll notice with this program, it's like the more you use it, the more comfortable you get with it. The more customizable you'll be able to make it for your own needs, because that's you can literally customize anything in this program. So just because I say I don't use a view cube doesn't mean you don't have to. It's just I'm just showing you what I do. So anyway, that's the basics of the views. So let's just Alt W, and we'll bring up our perspective view here. So as I said, perspectives, most of at least the bulk of your working will be in perspective. You'll go orthogonal view for architectural stuff for sure, but okay, so here's your viewport here. So what we'll just go over is just how to actually navigate the view itself. So there's just 3 main options that you use, or 3 operations. So it's pretty simple. So here's your main view. So to zoom in and out, go on your mouse wheel. You zoom in, you just scroll up on your mouse wheel, and that zooms in, and scroll back or down, zooms out. So that's just your zoom operation in the viewport. So that's quite useful. You'll be using that all the time. Get a look at your items and all that. Then your next operation is to pan around the actual viewport. So to do that, you just click and hold the middle mouse wheel button. And then what that does is it gives you a nice little pan around your view. So that is the second way to navigate your viewport. Pan is the first one, zoom. And then the third one finally is orbit. So to orbit around the view, you just hold down the Alt key and then click and hold the middle mouse button and move your mouse. And so you're just going to be orbiting around the view like that. So nice and easy, you can go as fast as you want, whatever. So there are your three operations, or the three things that you do to move around your view. So simple three, very useful. And what you'll find, like when you're starting out, like you know, shit might get lost and whatever, and you know, you're navigating like crap, but you like, it's one of those things, it'll become second nature. You just got to practice a bit. Now the most important thing though with navigation, so like let's just say you ended up out here somewhere. It's like, well, I've lost everything, you know. You press the Z key. So when you press the Z key, that brings it back to the center, to its default. So this is very useful. You know, if you get like, you trip yourself out sometimes, just like, well, where am I? What angle am I at? And then you just press Z back to the start, you know. So Z's critical key, man. You just don't forget that one. So there are your operations. So very simple. So that's how you cruise around in 3ds Max. So easy beans.